Hi Landlords, this is Matt Lyman coming back at you from the Landlord Advocates. We have some exciting information for you that should make you happy and put a smile on your face. So much so that you're going to smash that subscribe button now, or at the end of the video, you're going to do it. But the disclaimer is that if you break your keyboard, we're not going to replace it. Let's get started. As most of you are aware, the courts in New York State are starting to open up again. You or your attorney or our team have gone to the courts to apply for a court date for an eviction, and you have been turned away. You have been told there will be no evictions until after August 20th. You can't even file until then. And then you walk away in depressed, angered, frustrated state of mind, but you walk away. Well, this channel does not do that. We analyze where did they get this information from, where did they make this decision to not allow any evictions to be filed until after August 20, 2020. And we found out some important information that should make you feel good. In New York State, there are 13 judicial districts that encompass the entire state of New York. You can find out the judicial district that your county is in by going to New York NY courts, that is nycourts.gov. You'll find out what county your court is in, what judicial district that is. Our business, Ideal Legal Support Services, is as we are in the 4th Judicial District, but we do business in the 3rd and 4th District of upstate New York. Those districts, the 3rd Judicial District comprises Albany, Columbia, Greene, Rensselaer, Sullivan, and Ulster counties. The 4th Judicial District, where our office is based out of, is Clinton, Essex, Fulton, Franklin, Hamilton, Montgomery, St. Lawrence, Saratoga, Schenectady, Warren, and Washington counties. We have reached out to those courts in the 3rd and 4th Judicial District and been told that there will be no filings of any evictions of any sort until August 20th, 2020 and after. We have been told that. We have looked at the pages on nycourts.gov for orders that actually state that in a few judicial districts. We didn't find any, except in the 4th Judicial District. That we did find. And that order in the 4th Judicial District is known as 4JD-044-2020. I'm going to read a part of that to you now. It is ordered that the following will apply to the 4th District's town and village courts. Now for then, all currently pending civil cases other than eviction proceedings are subject to an additional administrative adjournment to August 1st, 2020. Eviction proceedings are stayed until August 20, 2020, as provided for in the Executive Order 202-28. Our team has analyzed Executive Order 202-28, as you well know in prior videos that we've had. If you don't know, feel free to watch, and you'll see what we've done as far as analyzing that order. We've also analyzed this administrative order by the 4th Judicial District. Neither one of those orders says anything about filing an eviction in city courts. Nowhere in the executive order does it really say anything about filing an eviction in any court. So therefore it's all courts. Yes or no, can you file? This administrative order just says towns and villages. So therefore we should be able to file in city courts. Again, in the 3rd and 4th District, we have been told, our staff have been told, that there would be no filings of any evictions of any sort. We have a big problem with that. When you look at Executive Order 202-28, and when you look at this administrative order that says no evictions can be filed at all until August 20, 2020, our team believes that is in violation of the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution under Due Process Clause. You might say, well, Matt, what do you mean by that? The Fifth Amendment allows that the government cannot deprive one of property. So it says you cannot have your property deprived, and how we mesh that together with landlords is that by you not allowing a landlord to take a tenant to court for non-payment of rent, you in essence have removed the due process from us by getting back our property. And when you make the sweeping generalization that all evictions are on hold until August 20, 2020, you can't even file till then, you have deprived us of our due process rights. Now, the Executive Order 202-28 mentions that you cannot file an eviction if the tenant is facing a financial hardship, which we've talked about that before. What is that? That you cannot file an eviction if the tenant is eligible for unemployment insurance, and you cannot file an eviction if the tenant is actually collecting unemployment insurance. You cannot file. Well, here's the problem that we have with that cannot file till August 20, 2020, along with this administrative order that says that you cannot file till August 20, 2020. The big problem that we have here is that when the courts have summarily decided that you cannot file an eviction until August 20, 2020, that they have basically made the decision that the tenant is in fact facing a financial hardship, that they are on unemployment, that they are eligible for unemployment. Well, how can the court make that decision and there hasn't been a hearing and there has not been a trial? How can they make that decision for you, Mr. and Mrs. Landlord? You need to be able to have your day in court. Now let's say you get into court and the tenant is on unemployment that they're eligible for, and the court rules in their favor, your case will be dismissed. But let's say the court realizes that no, they're not facing a financial hardship, that they're not eligible for unemployment, that they're not collecting unemployment. You therefore should be given a judgment for the amount due and an immediate warrant of eviction that will allow you to take that warrant to the sheriff and get your tenant put out under law, which is usually about 3 weeks later here in New York City. You should be allowed to be able to do that. But when the court says right now you can't file anything, then the interpretation is that the courts have decided that your tenant is facing one of those 3 variables that prevent you from evicting them. Our contention is that you should be able to file all of these evictions regardless. Now here's where you should smile. Our team has got the ear of the powers that be here in New York State. We have reached out to people who work in the court system, and we have asked them to reread that executive order. We've asked them to look at the administrative order and look at them both and realize that there's an error here. That for now, right now, the administrative order says you can file an eviction in the city court. So let us do that. We should still be able to file in towns and villages, and that's something that we've addressed to the powers that be that we have reached out to. We're going to find out information. We're still following up on this. Our team is digging into it right now. As I, your host, am here talking to you about it with now. We are digging into it. And when we find out more information, we can promise you that the landlord advocates will be back on this channel to tell you what we have found. Hopefully, they come to the decision that yes, we can file these evictions so that you don't have to wait till August, that you can take this eviction to the court now and get your tenant out. Hopefully, landlords, that puts a flicker of hope in your mind, in your wallet, and you say, we can get this tenant out. We are happy with what the landlord advocates are doing for us. we are going to subscribe. We're going to smash that button and subscribe to their channel. We are going to like this video. We're going to hit the notification bell so that we can be right up to date with this upcoming video that they have to let us know what the administrative law judges have said so that we can proceed with the eviction. Smash that subscribe button right now. We thank you. Remember, landlords, we are here for you and we are here with you. Take care.